Hey everybody, welcome to Frannie's Square. This video is going to be completely different from anything else I've ever done. I was watching Crystal over at Bag a Day Crochet this morning while I was having my coffee, and she posted a video showing her setup and how she shoots tutorials. And she asked other YouTubers to show theirs if they were interested, and I thought that would be fun. I'll take you for a tour of my studio, which is pretty basic. I just started a few months ago, as you know, so I really don't have much equipment at all. But watching Crystal's video was very helpful for me because obviously she's very experienced. She's been doing this a long time. And I think I learned something about shooting tutorials that hopefully will make my tutorials easier to follow and easier to see. So as I take you through the studio, I'll tell you what that is. So let's go have a look. Okay, so I'm just arriving at my studio. I'll show you all around, but first things first, this is where I shoot my tutorials. So Crystal has a white desk, I don't, so I just bought these two white shelves at Home Depot, and I use those. And to film, I sit in this chair here, right at the desk, and I have this ring light, and I put my phone into this with the screen facing down. So I'm shooting kind of like a selfie, and the reason I do that is so that I can try to keep my hands in the picture. I know that if you've watched my tutorials, I'm not always great at that. And the way I see what's on the screen is I have a mirror in front of me right here. So that mirror I have reflect the screen, and then I can see what's showing in my screen. But Crystal was shooting with her phone here and her hands here, which makes so much more sense because from what I've heard, the selfie mode, the picture is not as good as the other side of the camera. And I do have a stand that I used before this ring light, so I'm gonna try doing that. I think that will hopefully make the quality of my picture better, plus it'll be closer and I can make sure my hand's always in the picture. That makes sense, right? So this is where I shoot the tutorials. Before I had this ring light, which I just recently got, I think it was about less than $40. And all I use for shooting is my iPhone. I do have the newest iPhone. It's like the 12 Max Pro or something like that. So the camera is quite good on it. But those lights right there came from my husband's wood shop. And I used to just shine those onto the desk here and try to move them so I didn't have too much shadow. So that's that. And prior to me doing just crochet here, I did a lot of other art stuff. So you'll see stuff all over the studio. Here I have some projects that I've worked on, some crochet projects, and here's my couch and the shelves, which you always see. Over here, this is what you don't see, my mess, where I'm figuring out new giveaways, projects I'm working on. I keep my extra boxes here, and my bookshelf with some of my books. Now, where you normally see me shoot from is this chair here, and I have it set in front of the window. And the reason for that is that prior to getting the ring light, I had to count on putting my phone in this stand here that I have, which I'm going to try to use for shooting the tutorials now. And I would count on the light from the window coming in behind the camera. And that made it tough for days that were not nice days. And that's when I would take those lights from my husband's studio and I'd put them right here and bounce them off of that wall and hope to get light behind the camera. So that was a little tricky. So now I sit here with the ring light normally and I shoot. So I don't have any problems with light because the camera's inside that ring light. And the ring light has different colored lights. So you can choose the one that you like best for what you're shooting, which is really nice. I always have water here because my mouth gets quite dry when I'm talking so much. So I think basically that is the whole studio. Still working on my shelves. You can see there's still a little bit of a mess. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so once I finish filming, I take my videos and I take them off the camera and put them onto my computer, and I use iMovie. I'm using my husband's computer right now, which is kind of a dinosaur, so it takes a really long time to edit, but I am hoping to change that situation very shortly. Anyway, what I do is I put my videos in here, I drop them down here when I want to edit, and then from here you can see I can split the video, cut pieces out, add titles, things like that. And that is the entire process. Okay, so now I'm going to head back to work and shoot episode 3 of our Make It Your Own series, where we're talking about swatches. And I'm going to be giving a sneak peek of our mosaic tutorial that we'll be working on. So as always, thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Remember to make it your own, and I'll see you soon.